Hello, Reverend Melissa Kennedy here. Thank you for tuning in. And if this podcast has found you, it's no coincidence. The algorithms are rough. They're tough on small creators here on YouTube. But I'm still here. I'm still creating the content. I post a reading every day, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm a real, live, living, breathing human. I'm not AI. I'm here to help people grow and develop their spiritual selves, okay? We all came in with divine gifts, but we weren't told that we had them. So it's my mission. It is my job for the rest of my life to continue to support people in their spiritual awakening, in their spiritual growth, in their spiritual connection. So each month, this year in 2025, I have been hosting a spiritual hour of healing in chat. And so, with all of my work, it's healing. Every reading that I do, every connection that I make, it's going to be involving healing of some kind, whether it's deep healing of the spiritual body, of the energetic body, the chakras, emotional aspects, spiritual. It's all connected. And that is what I have been called to work with other people to help them. And so in these spiritual healing circles in chat, everyone comes together. I lead and I tap in for the month ahead. So this recording is for the month of November. Last month in October, when I sensed in, it was the animal kingdom that came through for us. We each, we always meditate when I do the circles. And so there'll always be a meditation. And everyone had a animal spirit guide come in for them. And the messages they received were, and the animals that came in for them were so on point. The messages were so clear. When we did a little deep diving into what the meaning for each animal meant for that person and the message that they felt and received when I set up that space that we meditated in for the animals to come through for us. It was really beautiful. So each of us held a piece of the big picture. And that's why it's so important to gather in community, okay, to develop and to grow and to learn spiritually. So I sit in the position as the leader and as a spiritual teacher in these circles. So it's kind of like everything merges together. So it's like a psychic development class, if you will. It's definitely for the growth of your spirit. It's for you to put your pieces of the puzzle together, but also in community to know that even though that we are all experiencing our own individual journey, our own individual path and growth, that we're still all connected by that oneness, that beingness, and the connection to the divine that I call God. And I don't have a problem calling in Jesus as well in the way that I know Jesus as a spiritual teacher that is still very much present in the now, coming in to teach me and to help to teach others. Okay, so that when I call in Jesus's presence, it will be that healed representation, that healing aspect of Jesus. Okay, so everything I do, everything that I call in will be of the highest light. I always work with the angels and with higher power, God, Jesus, Buddha, whatever energy that comes into my consciousness in my reality in this timeline, in this time and space, in this dimension, if you will. That is the frequency, that is the energy that I work with and I bring in. And it will never be anything other than the highest light. And people ask me, well, Melissa, how do you know that you're not speaking to a dark being or a dark spirit? It's because I know. Can we all be fooled? Yes, we can all be fooled at times, but I'm not going to be fooled. I will not be in that place of allowing a darker frequency, a darker energy or vibration to come through me. It's just not going to happen because I've only opened up to the highest light, to the highest level of consciousness that I can experience in this now moment as a physical being in this physical reality. Okay? So the animals that came in for us gave us messages, and we were to continue to work with them, and they were going to assist us. And so um, I tapped into, I asked God, angels, universe, what animal is taking us out of October? Out of November and into October. What am I saying? Out of November and into December, okay? Forgive me. Sometimes I get a little bit wonky because I am in that energy, okay? So, and you'll also know that if you watch my videos, these aren't scripted. I'm not writing a script. I'm not AIing this. I'm going with the flow, okay? And I'm not going to edit these videos. So, what you see is the real me, just bringing through the message that I need to bring through for this now moment, in this now energy, and the time. Like when I was meditating this morning, time has been coming in a lot, okay? 2025 is a year of great change, and you would have to be under a rock not to see all the changes that are happening around us, and we're going to be feeling them within us if we're truly on our spiritual path and we're connecting in with that divine light, okay? But I asked them to bring me an animal that is bringing us out of November, okay? Yes, November into December, and it was the white lion. Okay. And for me, that's really deep because I am a star seed. Okay. And so if you don't know what a star seed is, um, it is that I brought in this knowingness of incarnation and beingness before this representation or incarnation of myself. And I have a deep connection to the white lions, to the Lyran beings. And if you don't know anything about Lyra or the white lions from Lyra, I invite you to do your own little, you know, search and read up, and maybe you might feel a connection. Maybe that's why you found me today. Who knows how many layers there are to all of this, okay? But I'm open to sharing these messages. So, the white lions, what they stand for spiritually is purity. So, what I was just speaking to you about prior to bringing up the white lions, I'm only open up to that white light, that highest consciousness, that highest level of love, if you will, on this planet, okay? Divine power. The Lyran beings, the white lions, are so powerful. Their energy is just so crisp. It's so clear. It's so beautiful. Several years ago, I had a Lyran guide come in for me, and his name was Geppetto. And he appeared to me as I was meditating. I was taking a class, okay? And it was a deep dive into um, just energy, spiritual energy, um, the energy of pure love, higher consciousness, and this being connected with me. And he told me his name was Geppetto. And every guide that ever comes in for me, there's a God connection. So again, it's so deep with me that I don't question it. I've had it since I was a young child. I have it now. It's not going to leave. I'm never going to be working out of a space that is not bringing in that higher light, that higher purity. Um, it's also about wisdom, okay? The white lions bring in wisdom and transformation and guardianship, and they bring us into the richness and the fullness of this experience that we call life right now in this physical reality. And it's just beautiful, loving, strong, empowered energy that the white lions are bringing in for us today. Okay, so in your own time, do a deep dive, do some reading, and see what the white lions have for a message for you. Also, I asked for a number that would be used for us today, okay? That spirit that this highest light was bringing to us, and I got 999. So I'm a clairvoyant, so I see things, third eye, clear sight, all right? And also, interestingly enough, the chakra for the month of December is going to be the third eye. So this is higher perspective, how we see into the spiritual realms, into the spiritual dimensions. So 999 is about new beginnings. It's about completion. It's about spiritual purpose and power, kindness, generosity, love. So as we go into December and we leave November, we are going to be challenged to be in those spaces of love and kindness and even forgiveness for ourselves. Forgiveness for maybe the things that we are not able to finish as we leave 2025. We have to make our peace with this right now, that we've done the best that we can. This is crunch time. Whatever goals that you set for yourself, you have to realize that the universe, God, angels, Jesus, higher power is working with you. And you have to be open to where you are being led. And you have to give compassion to yourself, that we can only do as much as we can possibly do. You know, time is valuable. Time is ticking by. It's palpable. Sometimes it's so clear that we can feel it. We can actually taste it sometimes, like, wow, this now moment, this time that I'm experiencing, though it seems like it might be linear, it's kind of all over the place. And since the time change, um, in November we had to set the clocks back, okay? So we fell back. And wow, I don't know about you, but the month of November, the time and the tiredness of the experience is just so felt. Like I still am just now getting my sea legs into this time change, okay? I have been waking up at odd hours. I've been exhausted. I've been just kind of, it feels like I'm climbing a mountain. This energy on the planet right now can literally bury us if we're not being kind and compassionate to ourselves right now. So I want you to just take a moment to acknowledge your beating heart, to acknowledge your journey, to acknowledge where you stand right now in your life and in your spiritual path, in your spiritual journey. And I want you to reconcile that with your physical aspect, with your walk as a body, as a vehicle through the density on our planet right now. The air is dense. I mean, we started out this year where I live with this fog, this strange fog came in. It actually triggered my outside cameras on my house. That's how powerful that this fog was, okay? It was a spiritual energy to this fog. And I bring it up because it came back again as we're heading into the close of this year, 2025, okay? And it's very symbolic. Is the fog good? Um, it doesn't feel like it's good, all right, for us physically, but my inner light, my inner knowing, my connection to that highest light tells me that it doesn't matter if the intentions with the fog, if this fog is created and it's not natural, that nothing is going to dim my light, that there are forces on this planet working against humanity right now, but we're not going to get too hung up on that. We're not going to get too stuck on that darkness because we know 2025 was the year of great change. We're still going through these changes. We're still going to be brought into clear sight as we move into December about how these changes are affecting us, and that all that really matters is that we know ourselves, that we know that we bring the light in to this physical reality right now, this life that we are living. And that's all we have to do. We don't even have to say anything. We could be that compassionate observer. That's what November was about, to just be a compassionate observer and to meet people right where they are and to try to understand them as we are all trying to understand ourselves at this time. And how do we do that? We keep connecting in with our highest light, with the highest level of consciousness that we're able to bring in right now in this world. And so, whatever you call that highest light, whatever you experience it as, it's divine, it's pure, it's yours, and it's accessible for you at all times. Okay. So I always pull some cards for the upcoming month, and we had the Ace of Wands come in. And so this is a new journey. Okay. So as we're leaving 2025, we will be embarking on a new journey, another clean slate, another crisp, clear chance to embody that light, to learn from what this year has done for us. Okay. And then we're going to be, it was Eight of Wands, so this is rapid growth, okay? And we're still going to be changing. We're only at the tip of the iceberg as to what we're going to see, okay? I mean, if you step outside and you witness the skies, right, during the day and at night, we are seeing that the daytime sky is not what we remember, not what I remember as a child. I remember clear blue skies, beautiful puffy clouds, okay? Beautiful days where the sky was endlessly blue and there was nothing written in the sky that was artificial, okay? So I want you to just sense into that for yourself. And whatever level of understanding you have about the sky and what's going on in our world in the skies right now, it's okay wherever you are. I meet you there. And I just bring it up because things have changed. Okay. So I'm just getting another card as we close out this little session to bring us into leaving November and moving into December. We have the goddess Isis coming in, okay? And so with this three-eye atlas, I've sensed into it myself, and it's a lot of divine feminine energy. And what does the divine feminine do? It births things. It gives birth to things into this physical reality. And as a female, I have had the pleasure to give birth to children, okay? But it doesn't matter whether you're male, female, you came into this physical reality to create and to birth new things, okay? So you are a creator being, whether you are divine feminine or divine masculine, and we co-create together. And the myth and the false information that we have been given that we are somehow bucking against each other as female and male. That is so wrong. We came here to co-create. We came here to collaborate. We came here to respect each other and to grow together and to support each other and to love and embrace and kind of envelope each other with that energy. So it would be like fitting and molding and creating together, okay, in this divine dance of creation of life in these physical bodies. So I feel like resurrection is on the card. So that's rebirth, right? That is becoming something new. That's dying to something and being birthed into something new. All right. Magic and fertility. So all of this energy on the planet right now is bringing us into 2026. And so We have to just get through all of the difficulties. Have you ever stopped to think about why everything is thrown on us at the end of the year, all of the holidays? Every religion is going to celebrate some kind of holiday, and there's so much pressure. So much pressure. Why is that? I believe it's to throw us out of our divine centers, our ability to just sense into that divine light that we hold and that we bring in so that we move forward as a new being, okay? Because we are always going to be a new being, a new creation. So I'm just trying to bring up this. I'm on my phone, so I decided to video this with my phone, but it's not showing me. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I'm recording this, obviously, but I'm all set. I just want to be ready when I end this because I'm going to end this video very soon. Um, that I want you all to just be okay with how you do things, who you are, where you're going, where you see yourself going in the coming year. And maybe you're just not even ready to deal with that yet. Like you've got so much to do right now. And I meet you right there. And I usually hold this meeting, our spiritual hour of healing and chat, the last Monday of every month, but I'm just too busy. So I just wanted to come on, make this video, and we are going to meet, and we are going to talk and connect on Sunday. Okay. So that is this Sunday. So if you would like to join in the spiritual hour of healing and chat, just reach out to me, ReverendMelissaKennedy.com, and I will send you the link, and you are welcome. We have such a wonderful spiritual community. Sometimes it's a lot of people, sometimes it's a handful. It just depends on who has the time to share. So if you're looking for a community, I will still be holding the space. In 2026, I smile because I'm getting the green light. I haven't really sensed into it too much, but I will be holding the space again every month in 2026. So I'm super happy about that because when I share my spiritual time and my spiritual growth with others, what you bring, I'm learning from too. So, with that being said, I'm sending you light, love, peace, and blessings of all kinds. And I do hope that you decide to join in. Until next month, Reverend Melissa Kennedy signing off. Bye bye now.